What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Ready, Set, Recap, where we recap what's been going on. I'm Daniel, joined as always by my best friend, Skyler.
What's up? We're here. It's the weekend. It's a party. It's Comic-Con. Kinda.
Kinda. Well, it's half of Comic-Con is over.
It's half of Comic-Con that we will talk about.
Unfortunately, the Marvel part of it that people really care about is happening tomorrow, so we're going to miss that for today's rundown, but yeah, so this week in the news, it's Comic-Con. Like, that's pretty much, it's just Comic-Con. We also have some things from Bethesda announced, like a ton of shit that we kind of already knew about, but we're definitely going to talk about that. But most of it, it's a Comic-Con kind of week. But Skyler, before we get into all that, what's been going on with you this week?
I went to a round one where they have crane games, and I won a Hatsune Miku plush.
Did you get the One Piece collab cards?
No.
Damn.
No.
Damn.
I didn't bother talking to people for that. I just won the Miku and left, basically.
I think you had to like win a raffle or some shit for that anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. They had like giveaways, like you could get a straw hat, but like I didn't. The people at the round one, which is in a shopping mall, they're pretty fucking unhelpful if they can get away with it. And so I'm just like, I don't want to bother dealing with them. I don't care about any of that enough to actually try to track somebody down.
Sure.
But more importantly than Hatsune Miku, if you can believe it, I did see the Odyssey.
Oh, I haven't heard of this. Is this a movie that happened?
Yeah, Odyssey, these nuts.
Oh, go on.
That's a masterclass of comedy right there.
That's what you subscribe for. Hit subscribe.
Yes, Christopher Nolan's newest film, The Odyssey. His last film, Oppenheimer, was obviously a huge, huge event. So is this one. Everybody and their grandma's going to see this in 4DX. Don't take your grandma to see it in 4DX because I think it might kill her. I'm not going to break any new ground by saying this is a fantastic motion picture.
Mm-hmm.
I just give it a highly recommend. See it on the biggest screen you can. I'm not like one of those dudes, and we know some of these dudes. It's like, you have to see it in IMAX. You didn't see it.
Right.
Listen, I'm not doing that, but like, it is advantageous to see this on, if your local cinema has like, here's our normal screens, but here's our big cooler screen, see it on that one.
Here's Big Boy. I did see
fantastic movie.
I did see the things where it was like, if you don't watch it on IMAX, then you're missing like a bunch of the top of the screen or some shit. And I was like, oh, that kind of blows, but whatever.
He filmed the whole thing in IMAX.
What a cool idea to film the entire movie in a format that most theaters don't support.
I mean, yeah, I understand where he's coming from. This is the medium that he wants to tell his art, but then it just means that there is a right and wrong way to watch it.
Yeah.
But hey, yeah, big screen, you'll be fine.
I wonder how they'll deal with that for like home release and or streaming.
Oh, it'll just be in the aspect ratio will take up your whole screen. It'll be fine. Like if you don't have problems watching the IMAX shots in like The Dark Knight Rises or anything like that. Yeah, once again, go see The Odyssey. It's very good. And it's under 3 hours. Not by much, but it is.
It is 2:58 or some shit.
It's pretty long, but yeah. It's good.
Well, that's good. Is that your week?
I talked about the Hatsune Miku, right?
No, I don't think you mentioned her.
Yeah, I won her in a crane game. She's really cool. She's sitting right here.
Whoa. She's getting a sneak. Hey, can you put her on real fast? Can she talk on the podcast?
I am Miku, hello.
It's exactly what she sounds like. It's a perfect impression.
It's me, Miku. All right, Miku, go sit over there. You're fine. All right, what'd you do though?
I actually got kind of a lot of shit done this week, to be honest with you.
Oh, must be nice.
Must be nice. It was kind of cool. I finished Pokemon ZA, Pokemon Legends ZA, to give it its full government. That's a really good game. It's a lot of fun. I find myself like wanting to sort of pull back on the praise for it a little bit, because I feel like if you compared it to most AAA big games, it doesn't hold up. But when you compare it to just other Pokemon games, it's, I mean, it's pretty impressive, honestly. Like, it is the only Pokemon game I know of that has like a narratively satisfying ending. You know what I mean? Because every other Pokemon
Sure.
game, it's not really necessarily about that. It's like, oh, I'm gonna do all the fights and then I'm gonna beat the Elite Four and then credits happen. Cool, we're done. Right? Like that's the game, right?
Mm.
And Legends Arceus was a little bit different, and I didn't play the GameCube ones, but they're probably a little bit different too. But this one, the end of this game is like fully produced cutscenes with like shit happening and like characters returning, and it's really cool. Like it's genuinely really good. I was surprised and blown away by the way that the game ended. I do think it's got some issues. I think the game taking place entirely in Lumio City does get old after a while, because at a certain point you're like, I've kind of seen it. Like all of these streets kind of look the same. And they change it up a little by like adding new wild zones every so often. And that's cool. Like it helps for sure to be like, hey, you got to this point, now there's a wild zone for ice Pokemon or whatever. Like that's neat. That's good. We like that. But at the end of the day, like you are just going around the same places for like 30 plus hours, which is a lot. Like it's maybe a little too long for what it is.
Yeah.
And I am really upset because they took out in Legends Arceus, there was the link cable item. So you could use that on Pokemon that you had to trade to evolve them.
Okay.
That
Okay.
doesn't exist in this game. So you can't get those Pokemon unless you trade them. And you refuse to trade with me. So I can't get the trade Avos.
I haven't played it, and my brother who has played it, I don't think he pays for online or anything, so there's nothing I can do.
I A likely story. A likely story. I don't think any of
I
my other
just
friends even like own the game, to be fair. So,
I have played it, and I'm just withholding Pokemon
and I
from
knew
him.
that, and I knew that because you're a son of a bitch.
Mm.
But it is really good. I enjoy it a lot. I think they add the like active battle thing where you're moving around and positioning yourself, and I think that's really cool. Like it does genuinely feel more like the anime than
Yeah.
the turn-based thing of the general games. And I think the characters that they add are really cool. I'm a big fan of Corbeau. Tawny's great. Like there's so many really cool characters, except Jacinth. There's a character that you meet like near the end of the game called Jacinth who sucks ass, and I wish she didn't exist. She doesn't even look like she's from Pokemon. She straight up looks like she's from a different video game, and I hate her ass, and I hope we never see her again. Everyone else though, really cool. Love them a lot.
Jacinth?
Yeah, it's probably like a gem
Jacinth.
or a color. I feel like that's how they name a lot of people in those games.
Oh, it's just this little girl. She looks like she's from Pokemon.
I disagree. Are you looking at the right person?
It's a black girl?
Yeah, with like the
Yeah,
most ridiculous hair ever.
she's cute though.
She's a monster. And also, fun fact, to my knowledge, the only character in Pokemon to canonically own a slave. So that's cool.
Well, I mean, what are all Pokemon other than in a way?
Well, I guess you got me there. I also watched the entire first season of Ted Lasso. So speaking of regurgitating
Hey,
things that 100 people have already said 100 times and probably better, it's a good show. It's a good show. Do you know this?
well, so you refused to participate in World Cup Fever and then just decided to watch Ted Lasso?
Yeah, well, and the thing about that is that Ted Lasso is like somehow not at all about soccer. It is as much about soccer as The Office is about selling paper. Like it's really not about it at all. Like that's what we're doing. That's
All
what
right.
that's the game that people play. But the show is about the characters, and I will say it has some of the best character writing that I have maybe ever seen in a sitcom. I think this still technically counts as a sitcom.
Yeah,
Um,
situational comedy.
yeah, it's because it's definitely more comedy than drama. There is a lot of drama, but not like somebody died, and more like relationship type stuff. And I think that
Mm.
that works out pretty well. There's one or two things that I could nitpick about certain character stories that I don't think are ideal, but genuinely, it's like some of the most impressive character work I've seen in a TV show in a really long time. And I think I don't know who writes what part, but I'm pretty sure Jason Sudeikis, the main guy.
Mhm, 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 mhm.
I think he like writes a lot of the show. I think it's like him and one or two other people. So I don't know if he necessarily does specifically like the character parts, but if so, honestly, he should write a lot more and maybe stop acting. Not that he's bad at it, but like you're a lot better at one of them. I'll tell you that for sure.
I like Jason Sudeikis. He's pretty solid. in
Yeah,
everything that he does.
he's great. He's not my favorite character from the show, but
He's not my favorite.
he's
He's
very
not my
good.
favorite Jason.
It's not my favorite Jason. That goes to uh Todd. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. Is Jason Todd problematic? He
Yeah,
kind
for
of kills
sure.
people.
He does kill a lot of people, but he's also kind of dead. So like, I don't know, man. I
Jason
did
Statham.
Jason Statham. I don't know that I like him so much though. Those Crank movies were pretty fucking bad.
I mean, just your opinion.
And maybe I would have liked the Meg, but you famously went to see it without me, and I was very upset. So
You're gonna have to get over that.
no,
Because that was
a bad movie. I'm told.
basically a trillion years ago.
Yeah. I did start watching into season 2 of Ted Lasso, and it's definitely not as good as season 1, but it's still really good. There's one episode in particular where I'm like, okay, you kind of drove the bit into the ground on this one. For anyone who's watched it, it's the one that's like a rom-com episode. That one didn't work for me, but everything else really good.
Do you like the guy that shows up at the end of the bad Thor movie? And he's like, I'm Hercules. You like that guy now? Do you think he should, in fact, be Hercules?
No, I think he's too good for it, frankly.
Oh.
I think he's too good to be Hercules.
But what if he was Hercules in a good Thor movie?
I've yet to see one of those, so we'll have to see. We'll have to see if that's even possible at this point. Also, didn't they like there was like a rumor that they were working on a Thor 5 and then they were like, we're not going to do that. So I don't even know at this point where he's going to show up.
I don't think they were ever saying that Thor 5 was a thing. It's just
they
Chris
weren't saying
Hemsworth was like,
yeah.
Chris Hemsworth said, like, if we got another chance, I'd like to make a good one this time.
Yeah.
That's what he said. So,
well, I mean, Ragnarok was pretty, I mean, people liked it. I didn't, but a lot of people liked it. So
Ragnarok's the best Thor movie. I think you can say that.
If you did another one and you bounced it out to 2 good, 3 bad, then at least we're getting those numbers up, you know what I mean?
First one's okay, and the second one's okay.
I mean, it's true that the Marvel movies got worse afterwards. I'll give you that. And so in hindsight, they end up not looking as bad. I also both read and watched Artemis Fowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, if you remember, you know, if you were actually my best friend, you would already know this about me because I've been talking about it. But
I don't. Could you hear my eyes roll just now?
You as a fake fan of me, have forgotten that I'm reading through all of my books that I've had. Like I'm trying to reread through a lot of them. And so I owned Artemis Fowl forever, and I never actually read it. I think I maybe read like the first chapter or two when I was a kid, but it's just been sitting on my shelf since like probably like fucking 2004 or some shit. Like literally just sitting there. So I finally got around to reading it, and it's bad.
Oh,
like the book is bad.
Nice.
I can maybe understand how if I had read it as a kid, I would have thought differently about it because clearly it's a children's book. It's written for 5-year-olds, which is also why I was able to read it so fast, I think. But Artemis Fowl himself is an insufferable little fuck. He sucks ass. I hate him so much. He is the most Mary of Sues. He is good at abso-fucking-lutely everything. He's a criminal genius mastermind who who's able to crack. For anyone who doesn't know, Artemis Fowl is about a guy.
I don't know.
Okay, so it takes place in Ireland, and Artemis Fowl is a criminal mastermind. He claims. Who is stealing things from fairies. That's the gimmick, is like there is this other world of fairies and dwarfs and all that shit, all the fantasy creatures that you know from general Gaelic mythology, I guess, are real. And he is able to like outsmart them, even though they've outsmarted all of human society for hundreds of years. He's able to do it in like 5 seconds, and then he just cracks their entire language. And like it's really fucking annoying. Where like you just there's a point where a character who I think should be the main character of the book series, Holly Short, punches him in the face, and I was like, hell yeah, thank fucking God. Like at this point, fuck this kid. And I think there's like 6 books. I'm not going to read the other 5. I own the first 2. I don't think I'm going to even read the second one, the Arctic Incident. I don't think I'm going to even bother.
Okay.
Because it's really really bad. But then so I was like, wasn't there a movie about this? So I hopped on, I looked up who made it, Disney. So I'm like, oh, it's got to be on Disney Plus. No, it's delisted because they can just do that.
Sign.
They can just
Good
remove
sign.
it. Well, I mean, Disney also just delisted it all the time, apparently. And they did that Willow show that everyone uh hated, liked, I don't
It's
even know.
gone. I don't think anyone got a chance to actually watch it. It was gone.
They removed it so fast. But fortunately, I have internet access and free will, so I was able to find it, let's say. And
Mm,
get this, it's actually worse than the book.
nice.
I think the character of Artemis Fowl himself is less annoying. They de-Mary Sue him a little bit by making him an actual fucking human being for a second. Um, but they changed so much about it in a way that's just like, you really thought this was going to be like some big fucking franchise. Like y'all really thought, for sure. Like there's a gimmick where the fairies, in order to redo their magic, they have to do a ritual every couple of years or whatever, where they take an acorn from oak tree that's like has to be a certain amount of old, and then they fly it to the other side of the country and bury it or whatever, and then they get their magic back. They've removed that in the movie and instead created literally a WMD that's just in the shape of an acorn, and they're like, that's where magic comes from.
Okay.
But man, like I think they really thought that it was going to be bigger. They removed the character of Artemis's mom and replace her with his dad, who's just missing in the book. But his dad is played by Colin Farrell, because Irish, I guess.
Uh,
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
there's a different character who's like the leader of the fairy cops, who are get this, called Lep Recon.
Nice.
We're
That's
having
very
fun. What a
smart.
great time.
They got Dame Judi Dench in this movie. I don't
And
like
it's
that.
played by James Judi Dench.
Uh,
In the book, it's a guy named Julius Root, and then in the movie they replace him with Dame Judi Dench, who looks like she doesn't
Dame
want to be in the movie, which is fair.
Judy is Root.
Yeah. And then I think the only other like notable actor in it is that the guy who plays the butler, who's everyone in the book just calls Butler, and then one of the first lines of the movie is "Don't call him Butler," and I was like, okay. Um,
Oh,
so whatever. Oh, sorry. Josh Gad plays a dwarf who's like not in the book, but is the main character of the movie for some reason.
I'm seeing that Josh Gad plays Mulch
He
Diggums,
plays Mulch
who is
Diggums,
an imprisoned Dwarfus Giganticus.
which is also not a thing in the book, by the way. So
Well, that's
Mulch
that's
Mulch in the book is just a dwarf who's in prison because he steals shit, and then they use him to break into the house because rules of magic don't worry about it. It's not important. But he is like
oh,
released from prison to do a
Daniel.
thing,
Daniel,
and then
trust me, I won't worry about it.
but I think they bring Josh Gad in, and then they're like, oh, but we need to add some backstory to him. So all of the other dwarfs in the movie are played by little people, and he's Josh Gad. So they're like, oh, he's just a really big dwarf, and they add like a plot line where he's trying to get Dame Judi Dench to use magic on him to make him small. Like, which is just not a thing. It's just straight up just not a thing in the books at all. They just wanted to give him. He exists in, I think, literally one chapter of the book, and now he's like basically the main character. Anyway, and then Butler is played by one of the guys from Game of Thrones. He's the one that Danny like locks in the vault at one point. I don't remember his name.
Mm, mm-hmm.
For a second, I thought
Mm-hmm.
it was the guy. No, that's the same guy. Yeah, the guy, because he was like trying to marry her, and then I guess she didn't want
Uh-huh.
that for whatever reason. I don't
Yeah.
remember. That was like season 1 or 2. I don't remember what his problem
That
was.
was season 2.
Yeah, that was early on. I don't remember why we had to kill him, because from what I remember, he like wasn't a
Because
bad guy.
he sold out the dragons. He gave the dragons to the wizards of. It doesn't matter.
Waverly Place.
You need to finish your Artemis Fowl story.
I mean, that's it. It's just the book was bad and the movie was somehow even worse. So like I want to be more mad that it got delisted and is just basically vaporware now, but you know, it's hard to be that mad about it because it's really fucking bad.
According to official SAG-AFTRA database, Disney Television Animation had begun potentially developing an animated television reboot of Artemis Fowl. Production specifically for a pilot had begun in 2020.
Well,
So you got that to look forward to.
I mean, I don't need it. I didn't even like the book, so I'm not looking for a better version of it.
Everyone please take note. Daniel's very excited for some sort of Artemis Fowl animated series spin-off thing that may or may not happen.
May or
It's
may not
Daniel's
happen.
it's this show that may or may not exist is Daniel's favorite thing.
It's my favorite thing, I guess. I did watch 2 other
Please
movies, but I don't really want to
please
talk about
buy
them
him an Artemis Fowl t-shirt.
because I also watched those 2 Keanu movies. I think we talked about one of them. I watched the Replacements and I watched The Watcher, which are both Keanu movies that came out in the year 2000 that we've been talking about on replay.
Mm-hmm.
I won't go into too much detail. Replacement's really good. The Watcher, not.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty bad.
Mm-hmm. We love Keanu.
Yeah, he's really hot in the year 2000. People have been saying, like, telling me my whole life that he's really hot, and I've been like, yeah, he's pretty good. Like, he's attractive for sure. And now I'm watching these movies, and I'm like, I get it. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
understand.
He's a handsome man.
He's a little bit less attractive when he's strangling Marissa Tomei with a piece of piano wire. That does kind of like ruin it a little bit for me, but he's pretty hot. So it's, I mean,
Well, that's just because he would be in the same scene as Marissa Tomei, and then you have to compare him to Marissa Tomei,
that's
and you're
true.
like, well, she's hotter.
That
Even
is,
when being strangled by piano wire, she's the hottest thing here. So,
you're making a really good point on that one for sure. For
hmm
sure, for
I
sure.
I often make good points. Hey,
Yeah.
was there news?
No.
Okay,
Let's talk about Comic Con. You want to talk about some Comic Cons?
sure.
Oh boy, where to start? Okay, so the first thing that I saw that came out of Comic-Con, but is I think still technically a rumor, but like was very heavily implied by multiple interviews. The cast of Man of Tomorrow has continued to expand to the point of like I don't even know what this fucking movie is anymore. But the newest addition to it is a returning Blue Beetle Shola Maduenya, soon to
Right.
be Ace in live action One Piece. And here's the thing. I'm excited to see him again. I like him a lot. I am starting to feel like this movie is overcrowded by like a lot.
Yeah, we're gonna be every DCU thing, isn't it?
Feels like it. Yeah, at least the ones that James Gunn's in charge of.
Uh,
I mean, we'll get to. I mean, there's a Doomsday trailer we'll talk about too, and that feels like maybe kind of the same situation. But at least that's like the point of that one.
sure.
This is like because they're like there's this lady who may or may not be Wonder Woman, maybe Maxima. Hawkgirl's in it. The whole Justice Gang is in it. Superman, Supergirl, Lobo might be in it. Like every character is in this movie. Like they're sort of pitching it as like it's a Justice League movie. It's the third movie.
Yeah. I'm definitely leaning towards she is not Wonder Woman, though. I'm
Yeah.
leaning towards she's almost certainly Maxima, which, from the movie standpoint, is probably better.
Yes,
But from everybody kind of really wants this woman to play Wonder Woman is kind of a bummer, also. So it's like,
for sure.
mm,
Like she's a really talented actress from the limited number of things that I've seen her in, I guess to be fair, but I just I would have liked to see her in a more important role. And I'm saying this like it's
yeah,
a done deal that she's not something more important, but
yeah.
her as Maxima I don't know, maybe they'll end up using Maxima more than I think they will, but it doesn't feel like it. On account of nobody knows who the fuck that is. So I don't know. Kind of, it feels like a wasted opportunity. But maybe she'll be really good, and then they'll put her in everything. Maybe she'll be the DCU's version of, I don't know. Was there a Marvel character who did that? I was gonna say Harley Quinn, but I feel like that's a different situation.
Well, Harley Quinn is definitely not the Marvel character you're
Well,
looking
no,
for.
but yeah, but like a similar thing where she was introduced, but she didn't exist, and
Well,
Maxima does exist. They're just
so
anyway.
so Maxima is gonna be in everything.
I mean, if she's
So
good, I don't fucking know. Shit,
she's
man.
gonna. No, I think Crypto's gonna be in everything.
Feels like it. Hey, are you excited for him to show up in Lanterns?
It's not even impossible.
It's really not, is the thing. We also got a new trailer for that, assuming it's there's some interesting things going on with that whole situation. Don't know if you caught all of that. In the
Mm-hmm.
Lanterns trailer, people are getting killed, and
Mm-hmm.
Hal Jordan seems to think that the people who are getting killed are going to end up being aliens, which is interesting to me because so he says that, and then they also introduce the idea of manhunters, which in comic books is typically the robots. But then he says that they can shapeshift and turn into people, which implies that it's like a Martian manhunter situation. Which, to be fair, there is a little bit of crossover between those two groups of people. But like usually, if it's Green Lantern, we're talking about manhunters. We're talking about the robots. So I don't know what's going on there. There's a lot of questions that'll be answered, I guess, in a couple weeks when it comes out, because it's like end of August that comes out, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. But so they're transforming into people and doing whatever. So it's like, are the people getting killed victims, or is it other people killing these people because they find out they're aliens? Which I guess is still technically a victim. I don't know. Curious about that. We finally get our first look at Guy in the TV show, and he's just still dressed exactly the same, still looks exactly as stupid. I thought maybe they'd give him a a civilian costume so he could blend in a little bit better. Turns out, nope.
I think we saw him in the first teaser also.
Maybe. I don't remember if so, but he definitely wasn't in the first trailer. We see Hal visiting Sinestro in a science cell, which I think we had only seen in like a very brief shot before, or like maybe a screenshot or something.
Yeah,
Um,
we kind of assumed that it was a visiting Sinestro like Hannibal Lecter situation, just
right.
based on how it was framed, and it turns out to be basically exactly that.
Anyway, I still think the show looks really good. There was one piece of information that came out sort of after the trailer that I don't feel great about, and I only saw it on Twitter being talked about by Discussing Film, so I guess it's not 100% locked in stone. I didn't do a lot of research into it, but people are saying that Laura Linney, who everyone up until now was assuming was Carol Ferris, is actually just playing a Guardian, like one of the Guardians of the Galaxy, not the ones from Marvel, but the blue guys. Um,
Ooh, yeah,
which is
the Lantern
interesting
Guardians.
because like we've seen her in this trailer and others where she just looks like Laura Linney. So are they
And she
also
doesn't
shape
have a big
changing?
head.
Yeah, are they also shape changing? Are we just making the Guardians look like humans? Is this possibly just not true at all? I don't know. Either way, if that turns out to be true, I think it's a real interesting choice and like not a good one.
Yeah, I don't know. Have to see how it all plays out. I really like this trailer.
Oh, it looks
This
great.
trailer has me as excited for this as I should be. This is, I feel like every step of this DCU, we've always been like, all right, well, I guess. Oh, we're doing that next. Okay, I guess. Oh, you're casting how many people in this? All right. But this has not made me worried really throughout any of it. I'm excited for this to come out and watch this. I think it looks really cool.
Yeah, I think it'll be really good. I have concerns about certain story aspects of it, but I do think regardless of those, the show will still be good. It's just like things about the larger universe where it's like, well, what does that mean about this? Like the introduction of these manhunters as potentially also related to the Martian manhunters because they can shapeshift. Like, what does that mean? What does that mean for the universe? Is there a possibility? Because there are two people cast right now for Man of Tomorrow who we don't know who they are, but a lot of people are saying one or like one of them might be the Martian Manhunter. Is it possible
Uh-huh.
that he is also in this and we just didn't know?
Yeah, like it's like it hasn't been announced yet,
Yeah,
or
or it'll be a surprise.
or
Like
or that it has been announced and we're just not paying attention.
I guess either, but like that it would be maybe some kind of like last episode little stinger sort of situation where he's like, we got to fight Brainiac or whatever, and then Hal Jordan's like, I'm retired or whatever, or dead, depending on how the episode the show goes.
That's true. Well, isn't Aaron Pierre in Man of Tomorrow?
He is. He's been confirmed to be in it.
John Stewart. So John Stewart's going to be in it. Yeah.
He's in it, and Guy Gardner's in it, and also we do know that there's two different time periods in the Lantern show, where one is present day and one is like 20 years back or something. We don't know. We think that maybe a lot of Hal's story is going to be told through that like flashback part of it. So he might
I
just be
just
done.
hope, I just hope that the main focus of this Lantern show is a self-contained story that's not about setting up these characters appearing in
Mhm.
Man of Tomorrow. Just because if that's every installment, there will be no solid groundwork to build anything off of.
Yeah.
If this is season of this is the Green Lantern adventure and it just works as that, that's all I want. That's all I need. I'd be happy, and then the characters can appear in other things.
Yeah.
But if it's not that, if it's like we introduce all this just so that they can show up in Man of Tomorrow, which I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm not saying we necessarily need to be
Yeah.
worried that that's the case. But if that's the fucking case,
Upsetting.
man, I'm gonna have to get off this bus because I'm getting
Yeah.
tired.
I don't think that that'll be the case for this one, based solely on the fact that thus far we don't know of anybody who's in the Lantern show who isn't a Lantern character. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
They
Yeah,
haven't been like, and Superman's in this or some shit. Like he might get a mention or something, but like I don't think David Cornsweet's going to appear. You know what I mean? And I think that that's a good idea. the idea, the thought of like keeping it as its complete own separate thing is good. And I think more of the creators who come in and aren't James Gunn should probably do that. I genuinely, I think like we might even should break up creative teams in the DCU by city. Like James Gunn should be the Metropolis guy, and then someone else can be the Gotham guy. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Just to keep like those tones correct and separate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I cannot imagine. There's a rumor, and I fucking hope it's not true, that James Gunn like wants to take over the Batman Brave and the Bold movie. I don't want that. And I don't even think he's a bad director. I just don't think he would do a Batman movie
No.
well.
I think I think he's a great director. Uh, and I think he could do anything well, theoretically. It's just what I want from Batman, I don't think I need to see from James Gunn. I would like to see other creatives handle that. And you know what? To be fair, we already have those other creatives. Is Matt Reeves and the
As Matt
Batman
Reeves.
and the
Oh,
Batman Part
but
2, and it's coming, and we're fucking.
yeah, but I don't want
We're
that to
being
be the one that's in this universe either.
no. That's true. I want that to stay on its own. But now we're being force fed another new Batman that we have to. I don't know, man.
But hey, you mentioned the Batman situation, and we did get some news
Yeah,
about that as well. Unfortunately,
yeah.
delayed into next year.
Uh, yeah.
So we won't be getting that. We were supposed to be getting it. Sorry, the next year, not.
Yeah,
We were
the
supposed to be getting it October of next year, and we will instead be
mhm.
getting it February of 2028. So we got some time on that one.
Yeah.
Which does feel crazy because aren't they already like done filming it?
No, surely not. In fact, I think they only just began filming it, like,
Yeah,
just the
but
other
like
week.
yeah, like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
You don't film a movie in 2 weeks.
I think they filmed I think they're not Man of Tomorrow. The Superman. I think they took like a month,
Principal photography can be anywhere between 1 to 2 months, sure, but
but all the way until February of 28. Like that's a long ass time.
they, they're doing it just to rage bait you.
Maybe so. That's not even the thing that would have me rage bait though. Have you seen the rumors about like, oh, we actually got the casting wrong or whatever? You know what I mean? Have you seen this shit?
Oh, the the thing saying that Sebastian Stan is not playing Harvey Dent, he's playing I don't remember who it was.
Victor Zaz.
Yeah, that's
Why would you
okay.
do that? Look, if they did, Matt Reeves would probably make it work. But like, why would you do that? And then they're saying that Brian Tyree Henry, who was casting, I don't think we know who he is either, that he would instead be Harvey Dent, and that the actual main villain of the season would be Scarlett Johansson, who is Poison Ivy, and then after the movie would get her own show like the Penguin. Like these are all the rumors that together, and they like I don't think have any actual bearing, but we're picking up a lot of traction. People talking about it, so I was like, man, if any of that turns out to be true, except maybe the Poison Ivy bit, I'd be actually kind of upset.
Oh, except the Poison Ivy bit? I
I
think that's the part that I'm least sold on.
well, no, I mean, I'd think that that's the least likely, but that would be of those three things, that would be the thing that I might be the most okay with. Because
I
right
think
now the presumption is that she's Gilda Dent, and it's like she's a pretty big
yeah.
fucking name for Gilda. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if Guild is important to the movie, I don't know.
Yeah,
Um yeah, Sebastian Stan playing Zaz instead of Harvey Dent is kind of a deflating thing. Brian Tyree Henry playing Harvey Dent, I'd be down for that.
I'd be okay with it were it not that we had thought it was Sebastian Stan, who would definitely do a better job.
That's a grand slam right there. So yeah, that's interesting. Um yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Mm.
I guess you know what? We can only assume that they have filmed or are filming every possible version, and that's they
Yeah.
extended the release date just so that they can decide and stitch together whatever they want in the
Yeah.
meantime.
Yeah, man. That makes sense. We also got a trailer for Blade Runner 2099, which I believe is a series, a television, like an
I
Amazon series.
I think so. Yeah.
It prominently features Hunter Schafer and Melissa Yo, what? Her first name?
Michelle Yeoh.
Michelle Yeoh. Looks good. It looks like it's filmed very well. You know, I don't know.
Yeah,
Not a ton to say about it. Not a huge Blade Runner fan. Like the movies are good, but it's not like a universe that I'm invested in.
yeah. I like Blade Runner, and I liked Blade Runner 2049 quite a bit. Good movies. There's a Blade Runner anime, right? That's a thing that I'm not
Maybe
in on that at all.
you might be thinking of the Cyberpunk one, but there
No,
might
I'm
also
pretty
be a
sure
Blade
there was
Runner
a.
one that I
I'm
don't know
pretty
about.
sure there was a Blade Runner one.
You might be right, but I don't know about it. Unless you mean Ghost in the Shell.
No, Blade. It's called Blade Runner Black Lotus,
Oh, okay.
and it's on Crunchyroll.
Oh,
Anyways, yeah, I personally am not jonesing for more in the Blade Runner universe, even though I like
right.
Blade Runner. But if this is cool, then it's cool. I like Hunter Schafer quite a bit, so
Yeah. Although
cool.
not enough to watch Euphoria.
No, why the fuck would I? No,
I don't know. Apparently it's really
no,
good. I only watched like one episode of it, and it's like,
that can't be true.
no, people really like Euphoria.
People liked Euphoria, and then I think everybody hated the last season. I don't know, but
Well,
that's not
yeah,
new.
everyone
Everybody
hates
hates
the ends of
everything, so
anything,
it's
so I don't
no.
know. I mean,
I'm not
you
watching
look at the
Euphoria.
cast in it, and I'm sure the acting is good minimally. I only watched one episode, so I really can't judge.
I like Zendaya. I like Hunter Schafer.
Yeah,
I like Jacob Elordi. I like Sydney Sweeney can be good in some things.
Coleman Domingo.
He's only in the last season, I think. He
He
wasn't
might
on the
he might be in the
but
last
he's
two,
great.
but I
He's
don't know.
great.
I only watched the very first episode, so all I can tell you about it is that Hunter Schafer sleeps with Jacob Elordi's dad. There you
Pretty
go.
cool.
If that's a hook that gets you to watch the show,
No,
I'm glad I gave it to you.
there was that one guy that was in that Abigail movie, and he died in real life. So rest in peace to him.
Oh no. Well, in our last little bit of superhero movie news coming out of San Diego Comic-Con, there's a couple other little things we'll talk about. But the last bit of superhero news, we did get the first proper Doomsday trailer. I believe it is either exactly the same or mostly the same as the one that they showed off last year, but that no one was allowed to show. So,
Oh, sure.
but looks good. I think it looks really interesting. In terms of the way it's shot, I think it looks good. I'm excited to see these characters come back, even though a lot of my reaction to the trailer was like, "Oh, that's right, that guy's in this, right?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Clearly, that's the point of the trailer is to be like, look, there's Cyclops, there's Nightcrawler,
Right.
there's the
Is
Fantastic Four is shaking hands with
the
the
Wakandans?
Avengers,
Yeah.
and yeah, that's it. And for a lot of people, that's enough, and then for other people or people who are looking for reasons to hate, which I think there's a handful.
There's a couple
Um,
of reasons for sure. I mean, you can tell that they're
th-
worried about this movie.
there's a lot of like, oh, that background sure is gray, isn't it?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean,
Um,
it's three universes basically having variant apocalypses. So there's going to be a lot of
mhm.
shit gets fucked up, I'm sure. It also feels like there's a little bit of, break glass in case of emergency in terms of Cap
Oh, 100%.
Cap coming back and also Robert Downey being Doom, obviously.
That's his whole movie. Yeah,
Yeah, a little
his
bit.
whole movie is
Yeah.
break glass in case of emergency.
Um
And I'm surprised that they haven't broken more glass, to be honest, because the amount of characters that either aren't in this or still not confirmed to be in this is
yeah.
large.
Everyone
Like
really
there's
wants Halle Berry Storm to show up, and I also want that, I think. I would be
I
down for
think
that.
I think she herself said they wanted it. She wanted it, but like they didn't want to. Don't quote me on this. They didn't want to pay her enough or something. I don't know. I don't remember what the situation was.
I don't want to be rude, but if I'm picking X-Men characters, I'm picking her over Beast 100 out of 100 times.
Oh, I do like Beast, but specifically like a lineup here to be like, look, we took all the Fox X-Men and put them in proper suits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, you get Halle Berry
For
Storm,
sure, you get Halle Berry.
100%.
And I would have said the same thing about Nightcrawler, even though I love Nightcrawler. But
Alan Cumming.
Alan Cumming, like, has
Mhm.
become more of a household name because of Traders now. So that's a little bit of a get to have him in the movie.
Slow
Whereas
down coming.
I don't think our Beastie Boy has really done much recently, other than the reboot of Frasier, which I don't know if anybody watched.
Well, see, they chose him because you just get Kelsey Grammer in a booth, and then you have some guy wearing a blue hat stand in his place.
True. Yeah. Well,
It's
and
very, very easy to put him in.
you have to imagine Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart probably not in a lot of this movie.
No, I don't think so.
They have that really bad combination of being 100 years old and probably super fucking expensive to book.
Probably. Also, they have to write Magneto out of this early, or else he's gonna just like crush Doctor Doom like a tin can.
There has been, well, he's magic, so I don't know. But there's also been all the rumors that Magneto. Apparently, he said it. Ian McKellen has said that Magneto destroys New Jersey, and he said it like 4 times in different interviews. Apparently,
Based. Well
so
done, Magneto. Get him.
so. But then
Get him
there's
out of here.
the,
Crush the Jet Stadium.
and then we've also been getting a bunch of like casting rumors for other X people, I guess we'll say,
X people. Yeah.
where like they're saying that the new, I don't know why we'd be getting casting information for this already, but they're saying that like Adam Driver might be new Magneto, which
Dude,
I do think a
he
lot
got,
of, well,
he
yeah,
got rumored to play 3 different X-Men characters in like 3 days.
yeah, and it's
It
for
was
sure
first it was
his agent just throwing shit
first it,
out.
oh sure,
Yeah,
probably. First it was Magneto, then it was Mr. Sinister, and then I don't remember who the third one was, but it was another X-Men villain, I'm pretty sure.
Apocalypse because he's got the mouth.
No, I don't remember. Yeah, I don't know why you would distract from current events and advertising of these current movies by being like, let's talk about the future casting. Let's get all the young
Yeah,
people, which is why the Sadie Sink Jean Grey thing has confused me from the start.
let's talk about that, right?
Uh-huh.
Because so this Hall H thing is tomorrow. One of the big rumors is that they're going to tell us who Sadie Sink is, and it's probably Jean Grey. Tom Holland says Jean Grey not in movie, but Tom Holland, known liar. So you never trust
Yeah,
a twink, okay? Especially a British one.
sure.
But frankly, I don't really know who else she would be at this point. All the trailers are pretty heavily pointing at she's got psychic powers, you know what I mean? And I don't even necessarily have anything against her being Jean Grey, other than I don't want Jean Grey in that movie.
Yeah, that's basically exactly it. I wanted the Spider-Man movie, and instead they put
The Hulk,
Jean
the
Grey and the
Punisher.
Hulk and the Punisher and everyone. The only hero people were clamoring for a team up with was Daredevil, and they're like, "Nah, he's busy."
Honestly, he might be in it too, and they just aren't telling us.
They
I'm very
put him in
confused.
jail. They
Yeah,
put him in jail to
that's
keep
true
him out of
too.
this movie.
I'm so
Spoilers.
confused by Marvel's rollout of information. I don't know if it turns out
Mhm.
that Sadie Sink is anybody other than Jean Grey. Them keeping it a
Mhm.
secret is a fucking waste of everybody's time,
Yes.
right? But at the same
Yeah.
time, if it's Jean Grey, then we already knew. So just tell
Yeah.
us. I mean, I guess if you're waiting for
Yeah.
Comic Con, then fuck it, whatever. But
Well,
uh,
again, if it turns out that, like, I think she has to be playing Jean Grey at this point,
mhm,
because if she wasn't, they would have taken some very careful steps to curb everyone's expectations, right?
yeah,
Like, because everyone's like, "Oh my god, she's playing Jean Grey. Oh my god, they've spent like basically a year hyping up that exact rumor, and they haven't stepped in to squash that at all, which means, well, clearly that's what they want people to think, so that's probably it."
right. Yeah. And also it's just like I don't know. It just feels like the list of people she could have been got narrowed down really fast as soon as we saw her actually doing things in those trailers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like it's kind of a waste of time for them to even not be telling us who she is at this point. What if they don't tell us at all? And then even once we get to the movie, she gives like a fake name for the first half of the movie.
I'm gonna do you one better. She does not say her name in the film.
Oh, we have to wait until the credits.
And it says Sadie Sink as herself.
She's just playing known actress Sadie Sink. That'd be really funny,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah, because like them not showing us that, and then them waiting like what feels like I think basically a full year to give us this trailer when they've already shown it off to people, also feels like a waste of time. I don't know. There's a Marvel's like rollout of information has been very strange. But to get back to Doomsday in particular, there's not a lot to say about it because this whole trailer is characters meeting each other. And I do
Yeah,
kind of worry that that's going to be
that's
2/3 of
gonna
the
be the
movie.
movie.
Yeah, it's
Should
just
be the
that.
whole
And then
movie.
Secret
Yeah.
War will be the actual like plot
The
happening.
a 4-hour long battle on a gray planet.
Yeah, 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 with all of the
Yeah.
still alive characters. So I am a little concerned that the movie might be just all of the action figures being slammed together. I mean, but in a way that isn't cool.
Yeah, in a way that Infinity War and Endgame wasn't.
Right.
You know what I mean? That was a very smart, well thought out. Well, okay, smart, sure, but it was a payoff. It was a payoff to 10 years of these movies, right? And then this is gonna be, not even a payoff, just like the conclusion to another 7 years of just bloat, just cinema
Yeah.
bloat.
I'm because the big rumor is that after this it'll be, well, after Secret Wars, I guess it'll be sort of a reboot. If that's true,
Hmm.
I think it's a really good idea because I think we do
Wait,
need
but
something to like simplify all this bullshit.
does that not then get further complicated? For like, why would you introduce Sadie Sink as Jean Grey now? Then why not after?
Well, because I think a lot of the characters will still be the same. Like I think that you would introduce basically all of the younger cast and the people who are frankly less expensive. They'll stay the same because what it is in Secret Wars is that Doom, God Emperor Doom, which I do think, but not to get too sidetracked, I think it's fucking weird that this is our first introduction to Doom in this universe and he's already God Emperor Doom. That's crazy. But not
Yeah,
important.
especially considering that this comes out at the same release date as Dune,
Right.
and then
God
there's a
Emperor
God
Doom.
Emperor of Dune.
It's gonna be it's gonna be a confusing day.
Yeah,
But he makes Battle World. He like takes chunks from all these different universes because in the comic books at the time, much like kind of how it is right now in the MCU, it was getting too complicated. There were too many different universes, so they used
yeah.
Doom as a way to like just grab the pieces that were frankly selling and put them in one universe. And
What
so
was
I think
the
it'll pretty much do that. So it'll be like Tom Holland Spider-Man will probably still be there, and then it'll be this new X-Men cast of whoever we end up getting. I don't know. We might find out who half of them are tomorrow.
who did it
Um,
originally? Who did
who did what
the
originally?
Beyonder?
Oh,
That's who it was in the original Secret Wars.
oh, sure, sure, sure.
He was like, yeah, it was the same exact thing then as it was when they did it again, where it was just like, we put all the toys on one planet so you can buy all the toys.
Yeah, I mean, basically, yeah. So I do think that it'll be their way of sort of clearing the field of the people who are too expensive or don't want to do it anymore. Like
Or up there in age compared to the rest of the.
for sure. Like Robert Downey costs $6 billion to get in a movie now. So this is probably the last, hopefully, the last time we're going to see him. If he's already dead as Iron Man, and he'll probably die as Doom by the end of Secret War, probably not going to see him too much more in the MCU unless he's like on a poster. You know what I mean? And then I think we're done with Cap. I don't think I think he's coming back to sell tickets, and then he'll be fucked off again. Into some bleak universe. And I
Are you
honestly, I think
suspicious?
Thor might be done
Are you suspicious of Cap in this trailer?
as like he's an industry plant, or what do you mean?
As in that's not good guy Steve Rogers. It's like an evil Steve Rogers,
It could
and
be,
I don't know how an evil Steve Rogers would lift the hammer. I don't have that answer for you,
yeah.
but I don't know. Just the way that he's like, "Hey pal, it's me, haha, kiss me on the lips," and then he's gonna stab Thor in the neck or something. I don't know.
I'm gonna.
And then he's like, "I was Captain Hydra the whole
I
time.
was Captain
This
Hydra.
this Mjolnir was made out of paper mache.
Yeah, this.
I tricked you, and this is a Dark Avengers. And look, we have an evil Scarlett Johansson, and an evil Thor, and an evil guy who's wearing a mask because Jeremy Renner doesn't work here anymore. I don't think.
You can't be here anymore.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, I could see that, but I do feel like having a heel turn Captain America might complicate an already extremely complicated plot. It doesn't mean they won't do it, but I don't think it'd
Yeah, man. Who
necessarily be
knows?
a good idea.
I don't know who. I don't know.
Either way, I don't think he's coming back after this. I mean, at least not.
Secret Wars, you mean?
Yeah, after
After
Secret
this
Wars.
and
I'm
Secret Wars,
including.
right?
Yeah, I'm sort of bundling the two.
Yeah, that's part one
Um,
and part two is what it is.
yeah. I think he's probably done. I think it's going to be a lot of the younger cast. I don't know if we even have confirmation of like is Kamala Khan in this or is she going to be in Secret Wars? But I think like that the like young Avengers people that they've been setting up, I think we're going to keep them. I think Kate Bishop is probably sticking around. You know what I mean?
I think until proven otherwise, which Secret Wars would be the movie to do that.
Yeah, and that's
I
what
think
2028.
90% of the characters they've introduced through all the Disney Plus shows over the last 5 years or so, I don't think they have any intentions of ever touching them again, which is weird.
Yeah, yes, and yeah, because I
I,
think a lot of it is because they just weren't successful. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like I wouldn't necessarily like I'm not expecting that we're gonna get to Secret Wars and it's like here's Wiccan from Agatha all along. Like we're not I don't think we're gonna get that.
true.
There are certain ones of them that I could see. Like Kamala Khan's already made the jump to movies, so I do think she has a
Uh huh.
good chance of sticking around. And also people really like that actress. Um
Yeah, she's good.
Ironheart, I
Miss Marvel is a good show.
it was a good show. Yeah. Ironheart, I don't think anyone's looking forward to more of that. Maybe they
I
can make
did
her
not
cool.
watch that one.
Yeah, apparently it's good. I don't know.
Mm.
Uh She-Hulk, like they should probably have the character, but if they're rebooting anyway, maybe they get a new actress because it didn't feel like
Well,
she really
did
wanted to be there.
well she oh, God, gonna be telling tales outside of school because I don't remember the details. But she was like, didn't she like speak out against Disney about something
Probably.
recently? And then everyone was like, "Well, there goes She-Hulk,"
Yeah, honestly.
which was she in her right to do, by the way,
She's
because
allowed.
Disney I think was doing some sus shit.
Disney's been known to do some bad
I
stuff.
don't remember. I don't remember if it was during the SAG strike or something.
Mm. Hmm. Anyway, we won't have too much longer to wait on figuring out some of this shit. Spider-Man comes out end of the month, and then Doomsday's not too far after that. So I guess we'll be getting answers to a lot of these questions relatively soon.
Spider-Man Spider-Man comes out next week.
Next week,
Next week.
I thought it was like mid-August. It's end of this
No,
month.
I think its official release date is July 31st,
Fuck me running.
which is a week from recording.
I still gotta go see the fucking Odyssey. I don't know when I'm gonna do that. Now I got a whole
Yes,
Spider-Man to catch up on.
you could double feature it.
That's that's like 6 hours. I can't be doing all that.
But it's two Tom Holland, John Bernthal, Zendaya movies in a row.
That is true. That's
Yeah,
that's weird when you think about it.
it is. It is a little weird.
Hey, let's talk about some of the other stuff that happened at San Diego Comic Con that's not directly superhero related, although there is still the superhero video game. Maybe we jump to that first.
Oh,
We got new stuff for the Wolverine video game, which also comes
new
out
stuff.
soon. It's in September, I'm sure. I don't know if you saw any of the stuff that came out of that for this.
Not this. What happened? Tell me.
There was a new trailer that didn't really tell us a lot. The biggest thing that we got in terms of like
Oh,
new information
I think I
was
did see this.
the trailer was pretty funny. To be fair, we got two trailers. I think the one I sent you was actually technically before San Diego Comic Con, where it's him getting his ass beat and he's like doing the meme with the picture. If that's the one you saw,
I
he's
didn't
got
see the meme with the picture.
he's got a picture of him and Jean Grey, and the whole trailer
Yeah,
is him
that.
getting his ass
Yeah, okay,
beat by
that.
different by like Lady Deathstrike and other people, and you're like trying to not lose the picture, because
I
memes.
all I really saw was outcry of fuck, we're doing Wolverine and Jean Grey again.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's unfortunately like kind of the character at this point. Is that's his love interest sometimes when Cyclops isn't around, and we don't have a Cyclops in this universe, insofar as I'm aware.
Wolverine, you're a bad friend.
He is a bad friend, but also Scott is a bad boyfriend. So
No,
he
he's
cheats
got
on her
sunglasses.
constant.
He's got sunglasses. I will not stand for
So it's
the
okay to cheat if you're wearing cool sunglasses during the time.
no, that's not what I'm saying. It was a different statement.
Okay, just checking. Let the court hear. Anyway, the thing that we got most of the information from is actually from a prequel comic that just got released for the video game, which has a lot of people pretty confident that we now know who the main villain is. It's going to be Mr. Sinister. He is apparently the leader of Team X, which is the not X-Men team that Wolverine is the field leader of, but then the person like the guy
Mhm.
in the chair is what is his name? Something Essex, the Mr. Sinister, but he's human
Yeah.
still.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And the team consists of Wolverine, Sabretooth, Mystique, and Sunfire. So Wolverine and three people who are for sure going to betray him. Like 100% going to betray his ass.
No, Sunfire may not know what's happening.
Sunfire might die. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Oh, they kill Sunfire. That'd be sad.
But Sabretooth and Mystique, I struggle to think of a character in fiction that I would trust less than Mystique to have my back.
Whoa, but she's gonna be in Doomsday on the good guy's side, though.
She's going to be in Doomsday, and everyone's really mad about the way that they changed her makeup. And I don't think I actually care, but other people do. So good for them.
I haven't looked incredibly closely,
It's not good,
but
but it's
I
fine.
think she looks okay. I don't see much to complain about.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's definitely worse than the old version, but I don't care, is the thing.
Well, you know what was worse than the old version? The Jennifer Lawrence version.
That's
The the
also
the
true.
the
Yeah.
the makeup there looked whoo doggy.
Yeah. Oh my God. They also, and I hope it's not for the reasons that I think it is, but they have changed how Jean Grey looks in the Wolverine game to make her look younger and hotter, which is
Um,
frankly upsetting.
would
But
you are you implying that they did that um because of chuds?
I think PlayStation is in such a fucked up place right now that yes, exactly that.
They can't afford to anger chuds
Yeah. Also,
because that's
no offense to Wolverine fans, I think a lot of Wolverine fans are kind of chuds.
ooh.
He's a short, hairy man who gets the girl and stabs people. That feels like he is primed to be on almost the same level as the Punisher of people just not understanding the character and thinking that he's for the incels. You know what I mean?
Ooh, we're saying some things today.
I'm not saying the character's bad. I'm saying I think he has
I'm
high possibility of getting misinterpreted by
I
fans.
no, that's possible.
Yeah.
I'm not going to dispute anything that's being said. I'm
Okay.
too tired.
Okay, fair enough. Anyway, I still think the game's going to be really good. I wish they hadn't redesigned Jean Grey. They also gave her a new costume where like her back is out. She's showing like a lot more skin. I don't know, man. Something about it just doesn't vibe right for me. I don't know what exactly, but it feels bad, man. But I'm sure the game will still be good, so it's probably fine. This one's just for me because I don't think you care. But hey, Percy Jackson season 3 has a release date. Yay!
I mean, you fucking talked at me about Artemis Fowl for like 30 minutes, so
Yeah, hey. Neither of us cared about Artemis Fowl.
that's your favorite thing. You like Artemis Fowl more than Percy Jackson.
I know where you live.
Mhm.
I'm gonna next Friday. I'm gonna come to your place of work and I'm gonna make the work rush even worse. I'm gonna order
And
so many
I'm
things.
going to say, ignore that man. Ignore this man. Do not feed this person. He is evil, and he's one of the snakes from Ireland that was driven out by Artemis Fowl.
That may actually be kind of true. I mean, my family. I mean, we're Scottish, but otherwise. Anyway, so they're adapting the third book. It's the first time that we're going to get an adaptation of that because the movies that were terrible famously died after the second one that probably shouldn't have been allowed to be made.
Yeah.
So it's the first adaptation of that, and the third book is kind of where the plot starts, which sounds crazy, but it's where like it starts getting a little bit darker and like the war starts really becoming a thing. Um, we got one quick little teaser, which I suppose means they've already started filming, although I don't remember seeing a report of that, but I guess they must have. It's out in November, so they must have been done like ages ago. Anyway, where he is holding up the Earth vis-a-vis Atlas. So
Mhm.
they're doing that bit. They are claiming that this is going to be the one that is the closest to the books, which, for whatever that's worth. I don't know that I necessarily believe studio heads when they say that about anything. Um, but fuck it, whatever, man. I
There's the
I like the show. The first season was pretty okay, and the second season was genuinely good. If we continue on this train record, this track, then by season 5, it'll be Game of Thrones.
there's the Cyclops boy, and he's Poseidon's son, right?
Tyson, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, he's in the Odyssey.
the actor who plays him in the
No,
show,
no, I
or
mean the Cyclops.
that's a different Cyclops. That's probably
No,
famous.
no, it's him. He's the son. He's the son of Poseidon. He's there.
Well,
He's just
all
hanging out.
Cyclopses are sons of Poseidon.
Oh, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Ooh, I Greek mythology. I
You saw the movie. I don't. Why am I telling you?
The seat next to me was rocking back and forth so hard because it was one of those DX boxes or whatever.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like Steven was in the chair next to you.
Oh no,
Did you
he's
see
also
it
a
with
son of
some?
Poseidon.
Do you see it with somebody or did you see it by yourself?
I saw it with my brother.
Oh, makes sense. We'll end on the most exciting thing, and we'll do the second most
Ooh,
exciting thing.
ooh.
Rings of Power season 3 got a trailer. Comes out later this year, 11/11/26. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's I didn't actually see that it's the last season, but Abrar said it's the last season. I think he's probably right. Um, we see the ring getting forged. We see the Witch King. We see some Nazguls. There's an Oliphant. Honestly, like this show has been a banger. The first 2 seasons have been absolutely fucking crushing it. I think the third season looks like it's going to continue that. It looks super fucking exciting. Like I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan, so just getting good content for that universe is always going to make me particularly happy. But then I look at it and I'm like, I don't know, man. It feels like they're doing the damn thing. You know what I mean? Like it looks fucking awesome.
You're not excited for the hunt for Gollum?
No, in fact, I choose to occasionally forget that exists.
I don't choose to. My memory's going.
um, there's not really a whole lot to say about like the plot that is being revealed in the movie or in the trailer for here, because it feels like it's just leading up to that fight that happens at the end or the beginning of the first proper Lord of the Rings movie. I don't know that we'll
Mm-hmm.
actually go quite that far because we haven't introduced. I don't know. I don't see them doing that scale of a war in this. It's possible, I guess, but I don't see it.
Is Isildur in the show?
He is, yeah, but he's like a child. He's
Whoa.
like, but he's been in it since season 1, so he's not. I mean,
Is Elrond in the show?
he's also been, yeah, he's like one of the main guys. It
Wow,
looks like
cool.
there is one scene in this where it looks like Galadriel's getting married, and I'm pretty sure she's only ever married to Haldir, so I guess that's Haldir. I don't know that he's been in the
Oh,
show. If so, he hasn't really done much. Um,
Haldir.
but that'd be cool. Yeah, famously, the guy who got his head caved in at Helm's Deep. That was cool. We all remember that.
Yeah. Is Tom Bombadil in the show?
He is. Yeah,
Whoa,
yeah.
that's awesome.
He genuinely is there. I think he's in the first bit of season 2. I don't know. It's all kind of a blur. Um, but he's also really good. He's not as annoying as he is in some of the other sort of tertiary content that they put him in. He's actually genuinely an interesting character in this, which
You
I
say
appreciate.
tertiary content, not primary content.
I think in the books he's fine.
He shows up singing like an asshole.
Everyone sings in the books.
Yeah,
Everyone's
but he's an asshole about it.
okay, maybe.
No, I'm not a Bombadil hater. I'm just kidding.
I mean, he's not in enough things I think to like actually hate him. So
I don't love him either, though. I
no,
could take it or leave it.
he's a character that
His his presence was not missed
he's
in the film.
no, for sure, absolutely not. He's the character where people are like, I've read the books, I know about Tom Bombadil. Like
I
he's
know.
that fucking guy.
See,
You know
yeah,
what I
I did
mean?
that a second ago.
Oh, I
I
didn't.
did
Sorry,
that.
I and I didn't mean to. I didn't
I
mean to subtweet you.
I proved that I read the books
But I
by
just want
knowing who
to.
Tom Bombadil
I
was.
just want to be like, but Tom Bombadil's like kind of whatever. Like if you want to bring up characters from the book, there's cooler characters, and I won't name them because now it'll feel like I'm just doing it to prove that I read the books, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing it. Glorfindel.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
thank you. But hey, here's the trailer that I think maybe you would be the most excited for. It is, of course, the new Resident Evil trailer. Looks great, looks fucking stunning. I don't think it really necessarily like tells us anything new about the movie. I don't know that it needs
No,
to.
no.
But I guess this is the first we are actually seeing a main character whose actor's name I don't know, actually acting in the film. So that's cool, and he's good, and he seems entertaining. Like he seems like a person that you
Mm-hmm.
would root for. He's immediately charming and charismatic, and I think that's great.
Mm-hmm.
But my biggest takeaway from this trailer is, God damn, this thing is shot so well. It looks fucking gorgeous. There's that shot where he's
Mm-hmm.
driving down the foresty snow path or whatever. And I'm like, this is one of the best shots I've seen in a long time. And they use it for the poster, so I guess I guess they think so too.
I couldn't be more excited for this if I tried.
It's gonna be really good. People are confused about like the lore of it, of like how it fits in, because it's like, why is it snowing? It wasn't snowing during the games, and I don't care. And I also don't think that they'll answer that question, and I don't think it matters. Anyway, I think it just looks really good.
It it really doesn't matter.
The
Um,
it's that
and I
the
feel
people
like
complain about that, and then people complain about them having like smartphones because it's like, oh, well, the game came out in 2000 whatever, you know. So anyway,
oh, okay. It's just watch the movie or don't. I don't know.
I
I
guarantee it'll be
love
the best
everything
Resident
about
Evil movie.
this. Oh, you don't know that. We've
I,
only just begun our journey.
it's true. That's true. I did watch the second one already,
I did too.
and it's a downhill journey. Let me tell. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Yeah, we took a step backwards.
Hey, I haven't seen the like 3 most recent ones, so maybe one of them is good. I doubt it, but maybe.
Hmm.
Anyway, you got any
You
last
know,
little
we'll
things to
get there.
Yeah, for sure. You got any last minute things to say about the Resident Evil trailer? Or are you ready to move on to the last 2 stories we got here that are not related to uh, San
Uh,
Diego Comic-Con?
I I mean, what we covered. It looks gorgeous. It looks even if it doesn't click like it feels super Resident Evil. To me, it feels like in a way when Resident Evil 7 came out. I don't remember if I've said this already or not, but it's like when Resident Evil 7 came out, everyone's like, "How is this Resident Evil?" But then it slowly just becomes a fucking Resident Evil game.
Oh
And
yeah,
then here, we see our main character like find a shotgun and find the shotgun shells, and the zombies like coming at him. It's
she's hauling ass
I'm
too.
so I'm so excited to see this unfold.
I don't know how I feel about her sprinting like that. That makes me deeply uncomfortable.
It's gonna be good.
I was gonna be. I think it's gonna be great.
Also, Paul Walter Hauser's here, and I think that was announced, but it came up like a jump scare.
He sneaks up on you. All of a sudden, he's in a
Oh
wrestling
yeah,
ring, and you're like, "Where did you? How did you get here?"
because he can tunnel around because he's a mole man.
Okay, you joke, but in Artemis Fowl,
No, 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 no. That's like the only thing that I ever saw from that movie was
oh
like,
yeah,
guys, have you seen this fucking clip? And then it's the guy
Josh Gad.
that like unhinges his jaw, and then no, we're not.
The joke is because it's written for children that the dwarfs they tunnel by eating, and so then they have to immediately shit out all the dirt. They don't really talk
That's
about that
great.
much in the movie, but in the book, it's a major plot point that he is sneaking around after tunneling and has a lot of fart in him, and then he knocks out
Hmm.
Butler with a big fart.
What's
So,
our last story?
so that's it. Well, we got two. We got two. Don't get ahead of me.
Oh, I'm sorry. The big fart wasn't one of the stories.
No, no, that was a fun anecdote. Let's talk about some of the things going on in the industry. We talk about layoffs in video games. It feels like every week. Here's one not in video games. Disney has laid off, quote, several hundred people across the company, including apparently the largest chunk being at Pixar, which is upsetting for a lot of reasons. Not really a whole lot of further information on that other than just, I don't know why Pixar would be the thing that you're targeting when it feels like whenever a Pixar movie comes out, it's like, I feel like it does better than a lot of these other ones that they're putting out.
Well, yeah, no. They're taking this is related to video games because they're doing what video game industries do. They just released Toy Story 5
Mm-hmm.
and it was really well received and successful. I think it's doing very well. So they're like, all right, awesome. Time to fire people.
Time to get rid of them. Get them out of here. I don't want them to do anything good. Yeah, I don't know. It's upsetting. I'm not exactly sure why they're doing it. I feel like obviously it's a really shaky time anywhere, like in entertainment or anything. So maybe they're just trying to cut corners in whatever way they possibly can. But it does feel like the stupidest corner to cut. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially since I mean I didn't write this down as one of the news stories, but like that Paramount WB merger is running into some pretty thick roadblocks right now that I'm pretty happy about. So
Yeah, people are fighting it.
yeah, there's like
And we like to see that.
I think it's 12 or 13 states are specifically like have come together to sue it together. And so they've effectively delayed the ability for the Ellisons to close on WB by an entire year just because the court case exists, not even counting how
Hmm.
long it'll take to actually figure it out.
Hmm.
Pretty cool. We love to see that. But hey, we need to talk about these Bethesda things.
Oh right, of course, of course.
This is big news. This is much CTV for the two of us. Bethesda, as we know, was recently sort of, we assume, told by Asa Sharma and company over at Xbox, "Hey guys, you're gonna let Obsidian do a Fallout game. I don't know why you've been allowed to not let them do that for this long. You're gonna let them do it now."
Teacher had to step in and say you have to share.
Hey guys, real fast. I don't want to wait until 2035 to get a fucking Fallout game, so we're giving it to the guys who invented the series.
Yeah. And made the most acclaimed game in the series.
Yeah. I mean, it's the one that the fucking TV show's based on, if that tells you anything.
Yep.
So Bethesda came out and had a lot of things to say about their upcoming slate. They were basically just confirming things we already knew. The Obsidian thing was
Yeah.
technically still a rumor; it wasn't announced, but they have confirmed that. So that's really cool. We don't have any kind of like time frame on that or how long it's going to take. There's rumors that like they might be repurposing a thing that was originally pitched as a Fallout game that then they had to change because Todd said no. That they might be repurposing that back into a Fallout game, so that might speed it along. Either way, I wouldn't expect to see or hear about it in any meaningful way for at least a year, probably two. So maybe don't hold your breath too much on that. But don't worry, because they've also confirmed that in the nearer future, although we still didn't get release dates, that the Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas remakes are real. So we are expecting the Fallout 3 remake as early as next year, probably first half of next year. So that's cool. The New Vegas one is going to be longer after. We don't have really a lot of information about it. There's a lot of things being assumed or being reported, but like not very strongly. We assume that it's being worked on by the same people who did the Oblivion remake, which would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That's Virtuous Studios, and it's probably going to be remade in very much the same way, where it's the creation engine underneath, and then they skin it with Unreal Engine so it looks prettier. Because the creation engine is basically mandatory to make a Fallout or Elder Scrolls game that actually feels like it. Because
Yeah.
creation engine, people have a lot of problems with creation engine, but it's undeniable that it is the best engine for user generated content and for persistent world building. It is the best one at remembering that you put 700 wheels of cheese on the top of this hill 40 hours ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, which is an extremely important thing for Elder Scrolls fans. So we need
If it
to
wasn't there, it'd be ruined.
be ruined. We can't have that. So that's really important. But people have always been like, well, not always, but in the last probably 10 years have been like, oh, Creation Engine is really ugly. And they're not necessarily wrong. So putting the Unreal skin over the top to make the lighting look good, I'm not necessarily against. They have also confirmed that Fallout 5 is in pre-production, which means nothing, but they're just confirming
Yeah.
that that's the thing that they're going to work on after Elder Scrolls, which
There will be a Fallout 5, is what they've
right.
said.
So if I had to guess, the order that we're going to get them is the two remakes, then the Obsidian one, and then finally the Fallout 5 in like 2035 or some shit when they get around to it. Because we suspect that Elder Scrolls 6 is at the absolute most generous thing holiday of next year, but probably 2028. So
Yeah,
now it's still
I'm not seeing next year. I don't feel that.
yeah, it's gonna be a fucking it's gonna be a minute, and they can't really properly start working on Fallout 5 until that's out, obviously. So it's gonna be a while before we get Fallout 5. So it's really good that Asha stepped in and was like, "Hey, we're that's not okay. We're getting more." So that's good, and they are starting working on the Obsidian one immediately. So there is
I
officially
like
a real Fallout game in development right now today.
I like to hear that. That's good.
Um, that was really all there was in terms of announcements. They also announced Fallout 76 is getting a big update called Raven Rock that's going to sort of act as a prequel to Fallout 3. I think that that's probably going to be really soft. It's probably a thing that they're saying just as like a sales point. I wouldn't expect Liam Neeson's fucking dad guy to show up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because the timeline there doesn't
Yeah, I don't see
work.
necessarily that happening. We probably meet like I could see President Eden or whatever being a guy that shows up because he's a fucking robot.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So
You could probably just use old voice clips too, or like
I mean,
radio
yeah, honestly.
broadcast clips.
So I think that's probably what it is. Clearly it'll end up being pretty Enclave focused if it's called fucking Raven Rock. That's what it's going to be.
Hmm.
Could be interesting. I know that you've never really gotten super far into the story of Fallout 76 because it was really bad for a really long time. But I will say
Yeah.
the more recent expansions have genuinely been pretty good from a story standpoint, minimally. Um, so I am a little excited, although I haven't played the most recent expansion, so I would need to play that first probably. But it's not coming out until at least next year, so I've got some time on that.
Okay.
They also confirmed because people were concerned in the shakeup because they were like, oh, they're trying to fast track out the franchises that matter. That means that they're going to drop all of the ongoing production for Starfield. They confirmed that they're not doing that. So the DLC that they had already announced, the Starborn one, is still being made. It's still going to exist. It's still coming out next year. They're going to continue doing updates and patches and all that kind of shit. Like they're going to continue supporting that game in the same way that they would support any of their other games. I do think that it's probably unlikely that we're getting a Starfield 2, maybe ever. Definitely not for a long fucking time. I don't think any other studio is going to pick up that franchise because I mean, it did really well in comparison to most video games, but it did not do well in comparison to a Bethesda video game, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah.
So it does kind of feel like it would be a little bit of a waste of time for them to work on a second one of those right now in a situation where like you need to be making games that sell a lot.
Hmm.
And Starfield like would still sell a lot, but just not as much as an Elder Scrolls, not as much as Fallout. So you are kind of just like throwing away sales to do another one. Even though I liked Starfield, so I don't necessarily love saying that, but I do like Fallout and Elder Scrolls a lot more. So it
Sure.
doesn't hurt me that bad. But this is all really exciting news. It's I don't like how we got here, to be clear. Um,
Yeah.
but the fact that there are, depending on how you count it, 4 or 4.5 Fallout games in some level of development right now. Like, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, and a lot better than the 0 that we knew about for sure last week.
Yeah. Fallout's one of my favorite game series of all time, my whole life. To have a roadmap of we've got this remaster coming, this new game coming, this new game coming, update for 76 even. Um, that's all very cool to be
Yeah.
like, all right, with the Fallout train still going for like another 10 years, let's go.
Yeah. And there have been, this is unconfirmed still, but there have been resurfaced rumors of them doing a 3D remake of 1 and 2. So,
You know, I've been
possible.
asking for that for so long,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I know that like a lot of people are gonna see if they did do that, they're gonna say this is a disrespectful to original PC isometric games. And it's just like you're right.
Maybe.
Those games do exist, and they have the right to be remembered as what started this whole thing.
Yeah.
And if you really love Fallout, you should go play the isometric ones,
Sure.
give them a shot, whatever. But at the same time, I want to explore these places
In
in a
3D.
first person three-dimensional landscape
Yeah.
that the larger half of this franchise's existence has taken place in.
Yeah. Well, and it's also, if you do an isometric game, basically any time in the next 10 years, it's going to be immediately compared to Baldur's Gate 3, which was extremely critically popular, although it didn't make its money back, apparently. We just found that out this week. It lost like $56 million in its revenue, which is insane because it was the biggest thing for a long time. But being
It's
compared,
because they gave away all the be slutty with the vampire animations for
they,
free.
they should have made you pay for that. Yeah. If you want to
Yeah,
see,
if you and they would have paid for it
oh
too,
yeah.
is the
Oh
thing.
my god! If there was like, we have a DLC. It makes Asterian's penis bigger. It's a million sales in 5 seconds.
Yeah, nobody would have complained about that being $80. Let me tell
Let
you.
me tell you, money well spent, may I add. Uh, yeah, no. There's there's been some like pretty gross reporting also about the Bethesda announcements. Like there was a thing from Kotaku, which don't read Kotaku, where they were like, "This is just them dangling keys to make you forget about the layoffs," and it's like, I don't think that that's really what it is. Like this is a reset. They said that from the start that like we have to rethink how we do things. So yeah, they started with the layoffs, which is bad, and then they smartly are finishing with some good news. Uh, I don't think the idea is necessarily to distract you. I think it's just like, hey, also one of the things we're correcting is the fact that the previous people were refusing to put a fucking Fallout game in development. Like I don't know, man. The reporting on it has been really gross. There's been honestly a lot of really weird shit. I don't want to get into it too much. There was a guy, the physical media argument. I don't. Did you see this? I think I posted in a group chat.
Go ahead and refresh me.
There was so the Wolverine trailer came out, and this guy, all the comments were people being like, you know, fuck you, PlayStation, put it like put more games on disc. We want physical media. Like every fucking comment blowing up, community notes everywhere. The entire audience underneath this trailer was like not even about the game at a certain point. It was just like it was just about the physical media thing. And then this guy Matt Piscatella, who's a analyst from Circana, comes in and he's like, "Well, you know, only 7 games this year have sold more than 100,000 copies physically on PlayStation." And everyone was like, all of these other news sites started picking it up. All the ones that you would expect, all the ones that are owned by Ziff Davis, which is BlackRock, by the way. If anyone didn't know, hey, IGN is owned by BlackRock, one of the worst companies on the planet. But all started picking up and started, you know, oh, you guys should give up the fight on physical media because like no one's buying physical anyway, and completely ignoring the fact that like it's extremely uncommon for a video game to sell more than 100,000 copies on a specific platform at all, like even between physical and media combined, or physical and digital combined, unless it's like a big game, right? If it's like Resident Evil or Grand Theft Auto, like they're going to do that, but that's 10 games a year, you know what I mean? And it's July, and most big games come out in the latter half of the year. So him saying like, oh, there's 7 actually doesn't mean anything. It's just misleading information to try and tell people that they've lost a fight that they haven't, so that they might stop fighting. Like that's what it comes across as. And like you already have to, even to get to that number, you already have to narrow the scope so far to be like, it's just in the US, it's just physical sales, it's just on PlayStation. So you're cutting out so many of the, and also the United States is the country that has the highest percentage of digital sales. Like Japan, there was the Dragon Quest 8 Reimagined or whatever the fuck they called it, came out earlier this year, I think February. That sold 500,000 copies just physical in Japan. So it's like, okay, well, you're really narrowing into a very specific thing to tell a very specific narrative that you want people to believe for some reason. And he wouldn't cite anything on it either. He was like, it would just say source Circana, but he works for Circana. Mm-hmm. So all he was saying was like, source me. And everyone was like, okay. And then whenever anyone asked questions about like, what are the 7 games? What are the numbers? You said only 7 games sold more than 100,000 in physical in the US on PlayStation. But how much did they beat 100,000 by? You know, and then he would keep doing this thing of like, I've already disclosed too much. I shouldn't have said what I already said. It's like, what do you fucking? It's sales data. It's not like social security numbers. You're not leaking new unannounced video games. It's fucking sales numbers. What do you mean? I don't know. It's just been the PlayStation physical media situation just like continues to get
They're
lit
narrowing
up.
in on my location.
Yeah, the physical media situation has just like continued to spiral to the point where I don't know if I even posted this. Alana Pierce also came out because she used to work as a writer at Sony Santa Monica until very recently. She said that they've put a 100% ban, like gag order, on all of their employees company wide to not even be able to talk about it on social media because they knew that there was going to be a huge backlash for this, and their plan is to just have no one say anything until it blows over. Like that is their official company stance, is just don't say anything. Meanwhile, all of their partners are pissed because they didn't tell any of their partners that they were stopping production of physical games in 2028. And so they're like, I've got a game coming out in 2028 where I had already laid out all of this plan to get fucking discs shipped. What do you mean the PlayStation won't support that? What are you fucking talking about? So it's just a shit show from bottom to top over there. But I digress. That's not really pertinent. I just, you know, just to get the weekly reminder, hey, support physical media. It's important.
That is important.
It is important because digital media can get deleted, like Artemis Fowl.
Oh God!
It all comes back, baby.
It all ties together to Artemis Fowl.
Skyler, you have any last thoughts? You want to talk about anything?
Don't watch Artemis Fowl. I don't know. That's it.
Wouldn't recommend it.
We're gonna be having the Comic-Con Part 2 discussion this time next week when everyone's already done talking about it. Oops.
But
oh well.
It is what it is. All right, everybody. Well, if you want to tell us any of your thoughts on any of the things that we're talking about, or yell at us for not covering the stories that haven't happened at Comic-Con, but by the time that this episode comes out on Saturday, will have happened. You can talk to us about it in the comments on Spotify or YouTube. Those are the two places we are. I tried to get us on Apple recently, Apple Podcasts, and they like fully disallowed me from doing it. They're like playing some fucking silly buggers where they are like, you don't have an Apple account, and I'm logged into an Apple account while they're telling me that. So I don't know what the fuck's going on with that. Anyway, you can follow the show on Twitter at @RSR_POD. You can follow me on Twitter and Blue Sky at Daniel J. McGee.
You could follow me and my movie reviews on Letterboxd at Skyler 8-Bit. You could see my 5-star review for the Odyssey. It's a good movie. Go see the Odyssey.
Hell yeah. All right, everybody. Until next time, we'll see you around. Bye-bye.
The game's just starting, the world's so bright. Jump right in, everything feels right. Let's play, take a trip.